The round table is set, the flags have unfurled and the leaders have arrived. The Indian state of Goa has become a diplomacy epicenter at the moment. Foreign leaders of all SCO members have reached with their delegations. The main meeting is scheduled for tomorrow, that is Friday. But today was no lull on the diplomacy front. Indian Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar sat down with his Chinese counterpart Qin Gang. Soon after the meeting, the Indian minister tweeted, and I'm quoting here, focus remained on resolving outstanding issues and ensuring peace and tranquility in the border areas. Now, relations have soured between India and China in the last few years. It saw a further dip during the 2020 clash in Ladakh's Galwan Valley. Talks have been on and off between the two nations since then. Wang Yi, then foreign minister, even visited New Delhi last year. Coming over to the next big bilateral meeting happening at the SCO. The war in Ukraine has brought out New Delhi and Moscow's ties. We're talking about India and Russia ties. India mentioned that it is not the era of war, but chose to stay neutral on the war, prompting fury from the West. It has refused to condemn Russia for invading Ukraine. But on the other hand, India has also called on the bloodshed to end. The two countries have seen trade soar in the last 1 year of the war. Experts say Russia is unlikely to face backlash over its war in Ukraine, at least not in Goa. In fact, if you see the members of the SCO, and I'm naming them here, India, China, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, apart from Russia, all these countries have been more or less neutral on the war. They all have either voted to abstain or not vote at all at the UN resolutions condemning Russia's invasion. So in a sense, this is a summit where Russia can perhaps flex its own influence. It will not have to contend with an East-West split over the conflict. Now let's talk about the next member coming in here, Pakistan. Pakistan announced exactly 2 weeks before the D-Day that its foreign minister will come to India in person for the summit. Instantly, it prompted hope for a restart in ties with New Delhi and Islamabad. But just hours later, an attack in Jammu ended that hope. Islamabad has categorically said that Bilawal Bhutto's visit is an SCO visit and not an India tour. Upon reaching Goa, Bilawal Bhutto set the record straight himself.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि आज मैं यहाँ गोवा पहुँचा हूँ। शंघाई कोऑपरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में शिरकत करना, पाकिस्तान के डेलीगेशन को लीड करना, और मैं उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि इंशाल्लाह ताला जो हमारा SCO का CFM है वो बहुत ही कामयाब होगा। आप सबका बहुत शुक्रिया।
The Shanghai Cooperation Organisation is an intergovernmental organization. It was founded by Russia and China in Shanghai on 15th of June in 2001. The SCO took birth as a counterweight to US alliances across East Asia to the Indian Ocean. India is the chair for this year and the theme is Secure SCO. New Delhi has been vocal about promoting multilateralism and people-to-people connections, people-to-people interactions. India is also looking to secure its own interests in the region. For New Delhi, the meeting comes as relations between Beijing and Moscow take on greater significance. China gaining more leverage over Russia could irk New Delhi in the long run, though. Analysts say the SCO remains important to accessing the Central Asian region, especially at a time when Asia is emerging as a counter to West's long-enjoyed global throne. To give you the latest details from the ground, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal has sent us this report straight from Goa. Listen in.
It was a day of bilateral here in Goa for the Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar as he met with his Chinese, Russian and Uzbeki counterpart. When it comes to China, relationship remains in a state of concern, especially for India, as China continues to build up at the borders. We know that India has been saying that the Chinese side have been violating the various pacts at the border, which includes not to amass the troops, but it looks like China is not changing its course. With Russia, of course, India has a time-tested relationship. India has increased its import of Russian energy, which of course is positive news for Moscow. But of course, we know that India is also concerned about the trade deficit, which is widening. So all in all, a lot of bilaterals, but essentially we know it's the big day. That's on Friday when the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting takes place and key outcomes expected. With video journalist Chandrasekhar Siddhansable for WION in Goa.